Hello, well, we just had a really fascinating breakfast with a lot of senior people here at the RAC in Central London talking about the issue of trust. And frankly, it was just a breakfast. We could have spoken all day long because once people started discussing the importance of trust, they really got very, very involved and recognised strongly its importance. Ryan O'Sullivan from Introhive. Ryan, what were your reflections on the conversation we had this morning?
I think, as you said, there are a lot of different subjects that were broached and a lot of different perspectives, but if there's one thing that hung it all together, for me it was around client orientation. So the importance of understanding the priorities of the client, aligning yourself to those things, and then the client opens up, you get the right perspective, and trust can start to form, and less about what you're trying to sell and what you're trying to do and what problems and issues you're facing from your own supplier or partner side.
Yeah. Kevin, my fellow MD at Mutual Value, Kevin, what were your thoughts?
Well, very much as Ryan said, but the thing that came out was what's driving a lot of this behaviour is the way we've rewarded people, and we've rewarded them to sell their expertise and to go out there and push their expertise at people. And the world's changed. What organisations are looking for is trusted partners who are inquisitive and looking to understand. And we need to reward people who have that natural empathy to understand what a successful outcome is for the client before worrying about what a successful outcome is for them. And so that was a really interesting discussion for me about the way that we have rewarded and the way we need to reward people who are genuinely interested in inquiring.
Yeah, and now our special guest was from PwC, Julian Gray from PwC, and PwC is interesting because they've invested heavily in trust as a core part of their strategy going forward. And I felt very strongly, and I think this was resonating in the room, that the post-COVID world has really shown people two things, particularly in business to business, that because change can suddenly happen, you need to be working with people you trust, because something's going to change. The project didn't go as we planned. COVID can happen, anything can happen. And who do I want in the room when that happens? And the second dimension that's really been brought home to people is the interdependence between the people supplying a service, the people buying the service. The people supplying depend on the buyers often for the success of the project. It's a co-creation. And I think that in COVID, when we've just had to busk it, people really recognise that. Who do I want to co-create with? Not just whose service do I want to buy? And I think that resonated in the room. And the energy and the enthusiasm and the focus on trust amongst some very big firms here really came across, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to write up the breakfast into a piece. Do look out for our blog.